I find it strange, man. You know, one thing that I find it strange is that the same politicians that we think that are going to make things better for us, the same people are working overtime to making sure that we hate each other on the ground. This is one thing that I don't understand. How can we love the organizations so much? How can we love the people so much? But the same people that we love, the same organizations that we love, are working overtime, making sure that the people on the ground, they hate each other.
The 360 experience with Thomas M.
I guess, but honestly, the political system has failed us as the people of this country, man. The political system has failed us, and I, for one, don't see how politicians and political parties are going to make things better for us. I know right now it's election season. Everyone is advocating for their favorite political parties. People are even debating that, guys, maybe we need to give a certain political party a chance. Maybe things are going to be better in the country. Maybe we need to talk about the possible coalition between these two political parties, and maybe things are going to be better in the country. But are they? Are things going to be better? Are politicians actually going to make things better for the people of this country? You know, it is so hard for me to trust politicians, guys. It is so hard for me to trust politicians because these people have worked overtime to make sure that the South Africans are divided. Politicians, with the help of the mainstream media, they have worked overtime to making sure that the South Africans hate each other. So the notion that the same people who have worked overtime to making sure that we are divided are the same people who are going to make our lives better, it is so hard for me to understand. It is so hard for me to understand. When are we going to talk about self-determination as the people of this country, man? When are we going to talk about self-determination? How long are we going to continue to allow politicians to divide us as the people of this country? How long are we going to continue to vote for people to go to parliament to enjoy the perks while the people on the ground are suffering? Politicians don't even hold each other accountable, man. You see that story of the Secretary of Parliament, the guy who got a 70% salary increment. This person was supposed to earn 1 million, I think, and now he's going to earn 4.2, 4.5 million rands. He is earning 4.2 to 4.5 million rands in parliament, and the only excuse that Mapisa Ngakula gave is that we had to match his salary to the high cost of living. Okay, it's fine. I understand that the ANC is going to let it slide. The ANC is corrupt. There is no way you're going to expect the ANC to speak out on corruption. But you look at how many political parties do we have in parliament, and why are these people not voicing out their frustrations on behalf of the people? The people on the ground, they are frustrated that how can a single person earn 4 million rands per year for doing what in parliament? And how is it possible that that person got a salary increase in less than 6 months? This person, like, just imagine you were employed by January, before even June, you got 70% salary increment. How many South Africans are getting 70% salary increment? And the same people that are in parliament, they are not working for average South Africans to get increments where they work. They are getting increments in parliament. Their perks are going up, but they say nothing about the average people on the ground. So this is the reason why I'm saying that, guys, do we honestly need political parties, and do we honestly need politicians? Man, I know that the ANC was never going to speak out against that, man. But you see that one example, man, that one example alone, it showed me that, man, the political parties in the country, man, they don't care about average citizens. How many political parties have actually went out to speak out about this thing? I know that the DA has been fighting a bit for this person to actually be held accountable, and for Mapisa Ngakula to be held accountable, fine. But how many political parties do we have in parliament, and why are these people silent? Why are these people silent? It shows you that these people simply enjoy the perks of being in parliament. But when it comes to serving South Africans, they say nothing. They say nothing. They know very well that the Secretary of Parliament, he got a 70% salary increment. South Africans are complaining each and every day that things are going up, the inflation is going up, things are getting more expensive, and our salaries are stagnant. And there is not a single person in Parliament that is saying, guys, South Africans are suffocating on the ground. South Africans are suffocating on the ground. So, guys, aren't you sick and tired to continue voting for the people to go to parliament to enjoy the perks and to do nothing for you? Aren't you sick and tired? Aren't you sick and tired? Me personally, I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired, man, of voting for people to go to parliament to enjoy the best things in life. I am sick and tired of these people, man, who are doing nothing for the average people on the ground. I am sick and tired, man, of these people, man, that are reminding people on the ground that, guys, you must be divided at every single chance politicians get. They reminded the people of this country that, guys, you must be divided. You see that example of the Secretary of Parliament who got a 70% salary increment and political parties not saying anything. And when the Springboks won the World Cup, you remember how politicians actually came out, the likes of Julius Malema. You remember how these people came out to remind black people that, guys, you are not white people. Do not celebrate with these people. Do you remember how hard we fought with these people to tell them that, guys, Springboks is a South African national team. There is no way we're going to allow you to tell us which team we can celebrate and which team we cannot celebrate. We fought so hard for that narrative to actually stick, but many people actually fell into the lies of the likes of Julius Malema. Many people fell into the lies of the likes of Julius Malema, and this is what politicians are doing almost each and every day. Right now, man, I told you guys that not so long you're gonna start seeing the apartheid movies on the TV. You're gonna start seeing the apartheid documentaries. They are already rolling out. They are already rolling out the apartheid movies, the apartheid documentaries, so that they can remind the people of where the country was, so that the people can vote for them. Politicians, they don't care about us, guys. Politicians, they don't care about us. Man, how I wish South Africa had actually developed a model like your Orania, man. How I wish that we have actually adopted a model like Orania, man. You see the people of Orania, man, these people are prospering, man. Their economy is going up, man. These people, they no longer depend on Eskom right now. I was reading an article yesterday saying that Orania is now independent of Eskom. These people will no longer have load shedding. While we are here debating about which political party can actually fix load shedding, the people of Orania will be sitting there, man, enjoying their lives almost each and every day, while we are here debating about the political parties and which political party can actually fix load shedding in the country. I honestly wish, man, we had adopted the model of Orania. I wish we did. I wish we did, man. I wish we did. This is what I woke up thinking, man, that do we honestly need these people? Do we need these people, man? Do we need these organizations? Is there any evidence showing us by having politicians in our life, it making things better for us? Is there any evidence showing us that having politicians in our lives, it's making things better for us? Is there any evidence for that? Is there any evidence for that? I find it strange, man. You know, one thing that I find it strange is that the same politicians that we think that are going to make things better for us, the same people are working overtime to making sure that we hate each other on the ground. This is one thing that I don't understand. How can we love the organizations so much? How can we love the people so much? But the same people that we love, the same organizations that we love, are working overtime, making sure that the people on the ground, they hate each other. Because they know that without hate, we cannot thrive. Without the divisions, we cannot thrive. Man, we've had 30 years of voting, man. Things are not getting better. We've had 30 years of voting. Things are not getting better. If anything, things are getting worse by the day in the country. Every day, things are getting worse in the country. Every day, things are getting worse. You have the president of the country, man, who is complacent. I feel like even Ramaphosa has actually given up on governing the country. I feel like President Ramaphosa has actually given up on governing the country. I'm not going to be surprised if Ramaphosa wins the elections for the ANC, and after winning the elections for the ANC and ended up resigning. I am not going to be surprised if Ramaphosa ends up resigning after winning the elections for the ANC. I'm not going to be surprised. I feel like the president himself, he has given up. He has given up. We love politicians in this country, man. We love politicians in this country. But the same people that we love, man, they do not care about us. They do not care about us, man. With so much corruption that is happening in the country, man. With so much corruption that is happening in the country. And we have a million of political parties in parliament. How many political parties are there in parliament? How many political parties in parliament have actually said, guys, can we review these packs that we are getting? Are they necessary? Is it necessary for the taxpayers to pay for all of these things for us? How many political parties have actually said, guys, can we review these packs that we are getting in parliament? Why are the taxpayers paying so much for us to enjoy these things that we are enjoying today? Don't you see how the people are living on the ground? Can you see how the people are living on the ground? Why am I here as the member of parliament enjoying the finer things in life, whereas the people that have voted for me are suffering on the ground? How many people have actually said that? How many political parties have actually said, the ANC, man, you need to stop with this over-the-top security that you guys are roaming around with? You see MMCs today with 3-4 cars, and MMC, like that person, man, people do not even know who the MMCs are. But these people are walking around, traveling with 3-4 cars and top of the range cars, and these cars are consuming petrol like no one else. I mean, I remember last time I saw a report showing the Gauteng government, the mayor of Gauteng, that guy from Al-Jama, he has actually extended his security detail. The man right now, I think he's traveling with 8 cars and 10 security guys, if I'm not mistaken. Just imagine the mayor of Gauteng, this guy, the people of Gauteng, man, the people of Johannesburg, they can tell you how rotten Johannesburg is. I lived in Johannesburg. I know how rotten Johannesburg is. I do not even wish to live in Johannesburg today, because this place is a filth. But you have the mayor of the city. He roams around with 8 cars. He roams around with security detail. These people, man, even the MMCs that we don't even know, the deputy ministers that we don't even know, these people, they have the top of the range security detail. You have Begitkele. Have you seen the security of Begitkele? And when it comes to Begitkele, it makes me furious even more, because this is one person who is supposed to make sure that the people of this country are safe. Begitkele is supposed to make sure that the crime has actually been dealt with in the country. No, as long as he is fine, he doesn't care about what happens with the people on the ground. People have been saying that, guys, South African Police Service, it has failed us. South African Police Service, it's a corrupt institution. We actually don't know what is actually needs to be said to Begitkele to actually do something about the South African Police Service. Does he even have the capability to do something about the South African Police Service? So why does he need so much security? And he thinks and he's okay with the people on the ground not having as much security. Man, these are things that are making me furious, man. These are things that are making me furious. Because if you are a politician and you are enjoying the best things in life, you need to understand that the people on the ground are the ones that put me there. So I have to look out for the same people that have put me in this position. I have to look out for the people that have put me in this position. When it comes to that, secretaries, the secretary of parliament, the political parties in parliament, they were supposed to make sure that there will be no proceedings until that matter is done. All political parties were supposed to step up and say that there is no way we're going to allow the taxpayers to pay you 70% salary increment. The taxpayers have never in their lives gotten 70% salary increment. There is not a single person that I know who has gotten 70% salary increment. So what makes you think you are special for you to get 70% salary increment? These are things that are making me furious, man. Every day, man, I think about these things. I look at the kind of lifestyle that politicians are living. When you are sick, you have to go to the public hospital. You know how the public hospitals are. You know the state of our public hospitals, the state of our public clinics. When you are sick, when your family member needs medical attention, they have to go there. But the same politicians that you are paying, your hard-earned taxpayer, these people are taking their family to the private hospitals. Some of these people, they even go overseas when they need medical attention. But they are okay with you going to the public hospitals like that. They are okay with you putting your safety and your family's safety in the hands of South African Police Service. They are okay with that. They are okay with that. They are okay with your children going to these public schools. They are okay with Njimotera being the minister of your children's basic education. They are okay with that. They are okay with your children getting 30%. They are okay with that. But there's no way they're going to allow their children to get 30% under Njimotera. How many politicians today are taking their children to the public schools? So why should these people actually be given the taxpayers' money to take their children to private schools? Why? Guys, this is the reason why I'm saying, like, is there a need for us to have political parties and politicians? Is there really a need for us to have political parties and politicians? Is there any evidence showing us that by having these people in our lives, by having these organizations in our life, it is actually making things better for us? Is there any evidence for that? I mean, if you can stop an average person on the street and say, man, can you name the members of parliament do we have? How many members of parliament do we have in the country? 400. How many of those members of parliament do you actually know? We are paying 400 people, man. We are giving 400 people the best lives. We are giving them the best life. Who are those people? Who are those people? I'm sure even you guys, you don't even know the members of parliament we have. You don't know the names of the members of parliament we have. We only know of few members of parliament. We only know of that person and that person. That person from EFF, that person from DA, that person from ANC. But when it comes to all the members of parliament, how many do we actually know? We don't. We don't. So what is their purpose in governance? What is their purpose? Guys, I'm sick and tired, man. I'm sick and tired, man. I know I'm supposed to be encouraging people to go to the polls to make the better decisions. I know that we are saying that by going to the polls and voting for a better political party other than the African National Congress, it's actually going to make things better for them. But is it going to make things better for them? Is it going to make things better for us? It's election season, man. These are things that we should be talking about. How long are we going to continue paying for these people to enjoy the best life while we are suffering on the ground? How long are we going to continue paying for these people, man, to enjoy the best life? Because what kind of difference is it going to make after 2024 elections? What kind of difference are we going to witness after 2024 elections? Is there any difference that we're going to say, okay, I voted and we voted, and this is the kind of difference that we can see? How I wish we have developed and we have adopted the model like Orania, man. You know, every time when you talk about these things, you understand why politicians hate Orania so much. You actually understand why politicians hate Orania so much. They don't want the people of this country to think about Orania, man. They don't want the people of this country to emulate what is happening in Orania. They want the people of this country to be divided. They want us divided, man. Guys, you saw that town hall in Cape Town. You remember that town hall in Cape Town? Where JJ Tabane went with Becky Kele and Gayton Mackenzie and some members of other political parties. You saw it with your own eyes. People that are affected by crime, these people were divided by political parties. They were divided by political parties. The same people that are affected by crime, they were heckling each other when they wanted to hold the minister accountable. Same people that are affected by crime, we are talking about the people that are living in the same community. They are heckling each other. Why? Because this person is wearing the t-shirt of Good Party and that person is wearing the t-shirt of the Patriotic Alliance. So there is no way the person from Good Party is going to allow the person from Patriotic Alliance to speak. There is no way the person from the DA is going to allow the person from the ANC to speak. But these are the people that are living in the same community. These are the same people that are affected by crime each and every day. These are people that have lost their children in the hands of these criminals each and every day. But when you put the same people in the hall, they are heckling each other. Instead of holding the minister accountable, they are heckling each other. And politicians are laughing at them and saying, our game has worked fine. These people are divided. These people are divided. It has worked fine. It has worked fine. You see some of those things, man, and you can understand how hard politicians have actually worked for us to be divided. We are divided, guys. We are divided, and we have been divided by political parties and politicians. We have been divided by political parties and politicians. And we have allowed political parties and politicians to divide us. This is why the country is where it is today. Because the country is divided. Because the people in the country, they hate each other. We say nothing about the people that we elect to go to parliament to enjoy the best life. We say nothing about those people. We say nothing about these people that we are voting for. We say nothing about them. But instead, we think we are the problems. We think we are the problems. But the problem lies with those people that we love so much. The politicians that we love so much are dividing us each and every day. The political parties that we love so much, they are making sure that we are divided. And this is where the country is today. I honestly don't see how political parties and politicians are going to make things better for us. Guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabao, so I will see you next time. Bye-bye.